We are the Guinea Pig Collective. All will be assimilated. Resistance is futile. Cringer here of the Guinea Pig Collective. We here of the Collective have found ourselves under attack by YouTube, the platform that promised us free speech and that we would be able to share any and all of our ideas. So we must do the only thing that we can do, and we must speak out on it, and we must fight back. Toes shall be taken. Meatbags, you shall pay.
So what are some of the things that YouTube are doing this time? It's the same fucking shit that they always do. They like to silence people. They like to take people's subs away from their channel. They like to take their hours away from their channel. Things that people have worked for. When I first joined YouTube, it was all about the creator and what you could do to help tell your story, to be part of a community. And then YouTube started taking that away because they did not like the message that certain people were saying. That does not sound like an open platform for everybody to espouse their ideas, to be able to be themselves. Now, I understand there are going to be certain things that probably shouldn't be allowed if you're making death threats on people. You know what? I totally get that. Maybe certain things are probably just a little bit like off the deep end, and maybe they're just a little bit too racy to actually have on channels. I can kind of get that to a certain degree too. But that is not what is happening here. It's just an idea or a certain agenda that YouTube wants to push. So much like all these other companies, like Gillette, like Disney, like Pepsi-Cola, like Coca-Cola. These son of a bitches, they just can't help themselves. They have to push their agenda, and if you are in the wrong thing, if you do not agree with they say, they are going to silence you one way or another. YouTube, you are nothing but another version of cancel culture. You can bite these fuzzy guinea pig nuts. Now, besides the aforementioned things that they do to channels, like, I have a couple friends where they've had their entire channel struck. Maybe it's just videos struck. But this is something that YouTube just keeps doing over and over again. They think they can get away with it because they don't think nobody's going to stand up and say anything against them. Why? Because most content creators are just too scared to say anything. Or maybe they're happy in their little protective bubble where they're away from all this stuff and they don't have to be worried about it because it doesn't affect them. Well, until it does, then all of a sudden they're going to have a problem with it and they're going to be crying like little bitches. Well, you know what? Maybe you should have said something sooner. But I digress. Back to the point that I was going to make. Besides what they're doing to channels, they're actually attacking individual YouTubers. People that are not content creators, but people who are just on YouTube watching. They go into the chats with their Google moderators, and they like to sit there and silence people, just like completely time people out, just for the sheer hell of it, because they don't like them. Just another way to prove how fascist you people are, because just like the Nazis, you guys like to silence people that you don't agree with. So what are you going to do next? Like all the YouTubers or people that are on YouTube watching that you don't agree with, are you going to put like little 8-pointed stars next to their names or something? Where does it end with you morons at YouTube? Then, of course, they like to go into people's videos in the comment section and just delete messages for the sheer hell of it. I mean, I'm trying to show a few of these pictures of what they've done, but you know what? It's really just ridiculous how many times they've done it and on how many different channels that I've seen it. I've heard numerous content creators and, of course, people who are watching in the chats complain about this exact same shit. And I just wouldn't be me if I didn't say something about it. So you want to come at me, YouTube? Go right ahead. Prove that you're specious. Because we here of the Guinea Pig Collective cannot and will not be stopped. We cannot be bargained with and simply will not quit until all are assimilated.
Remember, if you've enjoyed what you've seen, to destroy that like button. And of course, make sure you subscribe to the channel, or we shall find you and nibble off your toes. Remember, never let anybody tell you what you can and can't say, what you should or should not watch, because your silence gives consent.